All right. First, thanks for being here. And this is Sunday Prayers. We meet on every Sunday to talk about project management professional certification. And also we talk about PMI ACP recently because ACP syllabus has been updated. All right. So let me see if people are getting it online. I have some of them in YouTube, some of them from LinkedIn. Thanks for being here. All right. Good to see you all. And Pradeep, how is your preparation going on? When is your exam planned? Okay, Shashank has joined. Hey, Shashank. Can you confirm my audio is good for you? People listening to me?
Yeah. Hi, Shriram.
Hey, hi, nice to hear you. So, how is the preparation going on, Shashank?
Yeah, Shriram. It was like it held up due to some personal reasons, but I had to restart again. The reason being, like I got recently married on November, so it was stopped for quite a couple of months, but I had to restart again. So
Good
I
to know.
started
Good.
it. I started again with my Rita book.
Uh-huh.
So yeah,
So, first, congratulations for your happy married life.
thanks,
I
Shriram.
think more than PMP, that stands pretty important, isn't it?
No, it's not that, but it like I could
Mhm.
not like delay it further, and like it got
Yeah,
materialized.
I understand. But have you read something, the concepts books already?
So I completed my Agile book. That is one
Very
thing. I
good.
way back in August, and I
Mm-hmm.
had started with Rita. I had read the first environment. I had completed, and I was on business part now, eco domain. Mein. But
Okay.
right now, since there was a considerable gap, I have restarted reading again, and I'm trying to plan it for in the month of February. Shri.
That's good. That's good. You know, sorry. Right, the PMBOK 8th edition is in the market already. In the sense of review is going on.
Mm-hmm.
I'm expecting PMI will start announcing about the new syllabus or new exam by May or June. 6 months from now, we could see something coming up. So it's better to close the exams before that.
Before that, yeah, I got your point. Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
reason I'm just running now.
If not, what will happen is we have to reread of course, content will not change 360 degree. But again, you have to read some new syllabus, new concepts. It will take some time. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. That's much about it. And prepare, keep up the preparation. And there is a study plan in our portal.
Yeah. I had created for that. According to that, I was supposed to give it in the month of November itself. Okay, but
Oh.
it didn't happen that way, and now I will generate a new plan today itself.
Nice,
I
nice.
wanted to give a mock today, like
Mm.
the chapter-wise mock. I wanted to
Mm.
give, but after that,
Mm.
I am thinking of generating it today.
Okay. Okay, that's good. That's good. Start there. And you also know that we have 40 questions, we have 60 questions, we have
60,
one.
yeah.
We have three category. I would say when you come to 60 or 75% of reading in the book, then you can take 60 questions and 180 questions. That also gives you a solid understanding.
Mhm.
Don't wait for the whole book completed. Then I will take the exam. That may be a bit late. So we have to do some exams early to see how is your understanding. For that reason, we have to go for some questions.
Absolutely agree, Shri.
Perfect.
Thanks a
Perfect.
lot. Yeah, I'll follow
Super
that.
good. Super good. Then good wishes there. Before I share some questions, I want to listen to some more people. Madan Gopal, how is it going for you, preparation wise?
Uh,
Madan Gopal.
Hi Shriram. Hi Shriram. How are you? Uh,
Very
so far it's going good, Shriram. I'm used to
good.
attend most of the mocks available in our ShriLearning website, and
Mhm.
then we have some pocket prep app. I used to attend whenever I have a time. The quizzes. So far it's
Okay.
going good. I'm scoring around 60%, 50% sometimes.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
now I'm taking mock for each the knowledge levels.
Mhm.
Stakeholders, change management for each. I'm attending all for each segments.
So you're going chapter wise test
Yeah,
after you
chapter wise.
particular chapter.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, nice. Are you able to spend some time to analyze those questions also? Are you doing that?
Uh, yes, actually, I used
Good.
to analyze before
Mm,
answering the questions.
mm, mm.
Sometimes I'm not getting to understand some types of questions.
Question is okay. I know. There are certain questions, even you read 3 times, something will not spark.
Yes, yes, yeah. And then most of the questions, the answers are very close to the questions. So
Mm.
I'm very confused in that which one I need to select.
Okay, okay. So what technique you're applying when you choose a question or answer? What kind of idea you apply?
Um, I no, I didn't
You did.
choose any technique.
Okay. Okay, Madan, not only for Madan, anyone who is watching this, because there's also a recorded video on YouTube. When you read a question, this question is coming from the PMI Institute, which is there for more than 30, 40, 50 years. And they are asking this question not only Asia specific, not only India specific, not only 4 years experience, not only 30 years experience. For them, a question is a situation or a scenario which would happen really or may happen. So they think from the global perspective, from the PMI thought process, global perspective, a mega project. Most of the questions are big projects. If they, if a person can handle a bigger project better way, they can also understand the smaller project. So that's a mindset they call PMism, which means they look you working at 30, 40 people, 100 people. Sometimes they're dam construction, or sometimes metro train construction, sometimes medical research, sometimes going with the software development. Yeah, it's kind of they think broad. And then they ask a question. If such a big project, global perspective, when there is a situation, if you or me as a manager there, how do you see the situation? This is what their perspective is. The situation for us, how our human brain works is, when I hear something, when I read a question, my brain will think only from my office perspective. Very human nature. If your office or my office is very international standard, if your office or my office is already PMI model, answers will go well. What if they are following a model which doesn't align with the international model? Then what will happen is many questions starts going wrong. It is not your mistake. It is not my mistake. It is the organization where we worked, the books what we read. So conclusion, when you read question from the PMI thought process. When I say PMI, international question, broader, working in a bigger organization, hundreds of people, better decision should be made. My decision as a manager can impact the project's success or failure. I should keep that in mind. And that comes under PMI ethics called responsibility. When I take a decision, I take responsibility. I don't want to throw the situation on the fence. The colloquial dialogue, throw things on the fence. Somebody will take care. No, I'm responsible because I have signed my name in the charter, project charter. I'm a project manager. I will take responsibility. So that thought process should be there when reading the question. There are 4 ethics, right? Responsibility, respect, honesty, fairness. There are many questions will check your fairness. When I say fairness, am I making a decision for one particular vendor? Am I making a decision for one particular team member? Am I playing a fair game? Am I cutting the corner somewhere? So these kind of things will help us while reading a question. See, some of these things already inbuilt inside your character. You got this from your parents, the books what you read, the movies what you watch, your family style. Many parameters says how to be honest, responsible. But am I consciously thinking while solving the question? And this helps to corner some of the question. I'm not saying it's going to give a great answer, but at least you can corner it, right? So helping Madan and everyone here, when you read a question, don't only read from our office perspective, even though some of things can be there. majority of the time read from what? An institute which is pretty popular in the world for 200 plus countries. How the situation can be solved. Right? That's how it goes. Madan, I believe you do that. But then, by the way, do you use the elimination technique by any chance?
Yes, Shriram. Most of the time I use that, but in some questions, I was like either this one or this one condition. So at that time, I choose okay. I will go with this one, but that answer will be in wrong. Mostly, it will be in wrong.
The answer which you think is right will go wrong, right? In fact, you would have thought either A or B. Your
Yeah.
mind would have said A.
Yeah.
But last few seconds, something will tell you, okay, let's click B. Then
Yes.
you,
Yeah. Exactly.
and when you review the answer, the A would have been the right answer.
Yeah.
And you will think, shucks, man, I thought A all the time. Last 5 seconds, something made me to think B.
Yes.
This also happens to many people. I used to say that, which means we have to trust our instinct.
Mhm.
There is something in our body or mind, right? The instinct. Your instinct will tell that could be right. Your instinct will tell, don't talk to this guy, right? But beyond the instinct, sometimes we'll talk to this guy, and that is the most bad day for us. So sometimes we have to believe on the instinct also. What
Mhm.
you say is happening to many, Madan. I'm hearing this for a long time. So believe on an instinct, but
Mm.
question your instinct by these ethics of PMI.
Mm.
PMIism. PMIism is all about thinking from the PMI perspective. So those things can at least give a little more guidance for us. Perfect.
Okay.
Perfect. Good to hear. Good to hear, Madan. Madan, when is your exam planned?
Next week, Sriram.
Next week. How many full exams you've done?
So far, I haven't done the full exams.
Hmm.
I tried 60 questions twice.
Mhm.
The first time it gave me the confidence. I scored 73%, I guess.
Very
And then
good.
I got the confidence. I went for the second test, and
Hmm.
then I got only 52%.
Oh, okay.
And
Okay.
then I gone through chapter wise,
Hmm.
which I used to get the 10 questions out of I'll get
Hmm.
7, 6, 5 sometimes.
Hmm. Hmm. So if your main exam is next week, is it booked already?
Yes, yes, Sriram.
Next week means next Sunday, which is 19th. Madan, you're in mute mode.
Sorry,
Uh,
it's on 19th. Yeah, it's 19th.
19th is the exam. Okay. I would recommend you to give me some messages in WhatsApp.
Hmm.
What is he, what are you doing there? Because if next week is an exam, at least minimum 3 or 4 full exams good to attend. For two factors. One is about the time management.
Hmm.
The main exam, one of the challenge people face is a time management. Because the last 60 questions, people feel very tight and they start clicking some answers. So to avoid that, we have to talk about your time management. How is your time management so far?
So far, for 60 questions, we have 90 minutes, I guess. 90 minutes or 100 minutes. The last test I finished in 30, 35 minutes was left, I guess. Sriram.
It's pretty fast. Pretty fast. This is after you took break also.
Yes, yes, yeah.
Okay. I think you're going a bit more faster. Hmm. Okay. So now what I do is what I recommend you being 1 week with us. How many 60 questions you have taken so far?
So far, 6 to 7 times in the whole Sriram.
Very good.
But
Very good.
last week I took twice.
Very good. No, good. Then you're on a good track. What is your average score? I mean, or highest score in 60
Highest
questions?
score is 73%.
Very good. Very good.
And then the lowest is, I guess,
Ah,
um, 32 something, Sriram.
okay, that also happened. Okay. You look like you are like a share market. It is going up, going down, going up. Huh?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't want to take a whole time here because I want to give others also time. But please give me a message on a WhatsApp.
Mm.
I will say this before also. When you go for exam, please closely touch with me so I know that where are you.
Okay.
Since only a week with us, I would recommend at least take a few days of leave from your work so that you can focus. Next week is a festival week in India. I think most of the offices will be off. Uh, Recommendation is take one more full exam. And when you take this a full exam, do when you are only pretty active and you had a good rest. Don't do when you are exhausted. For example, you wake up in the morning, you do some family work, then you read something, you analyze the question paper. By evening 6 o'clock, you sit for the exam and you will close by 10 o'clock. But what happened is morning 6 to evening 6, you are totally exhausted. 12 hours gone. Now,
Yes.
another 4 hours, if you sit, what will happen is first 2 hours you will answer properly. After
Mm.
2 hours, you start losing the patience and you start clicking the answers next because your brain knows it's a practice exam.
Mm.
But doing this, end of the exam, we want somehow the result will go high. But the summer will go high will not work. So the score will go down. When the score go down, the motivation level drops. So recommendation is you sleep, wake up in the morning, fresh up yourself. Morning, do the exam. High chances are your brain will be very active, and whatever you know, you can answer better. If you can do one more exam like that in the morning hours, let us see how you are performing. Meantime,
Okay.
take a couple of 60 questions also.
Okay. Okay, Shriram.
All right. Give me a WhatsApp message because I have to give you some key points what you have to focus in the last 1 week for the exam.
Okay, sure, Shriram. Yeah.
Perfect. Perfect.
Yeah.
All right, that's Madan. All right, before I go to the question, is anyone else getting for the exam in the next few days? Let me listen to someone more here who is going for the exam. Or is anyone else want to share your exam preparation model? What you're doing there? Reading, what you want to read, but you couldn't read. It's happening. Sagar, how is it going for you?
Uh, yeah, it's happening. It was happening good till last week of December.
Ah,
But due to some medical reasons, I have to
oh,
stop or take a rest for a few days. So like
oh,
from
sorry.
past
Sorry.
2 to 3 days, I have again commenced
Ah,
my studies.
okay, take
So
good care of health. Health is first.
yeah, yeah.
No.
So earlier I had planned for last week of January for the test.
Mhm.
So I
Mhm.
think I have to postpone it for a few more weeks.
Okay, okay, okay. Health is pretty important. As I said, this particular exam test your health condition pretty heavy.
Yeah,
It's a
yeah.
stressful process. As your brain burns a lot of energy, you will get more tired. So
Mm.
don't underestimate it. Take good food, good rest. That's important. Okay.
Yes, yes.
So hope you are good right now. You're better.
Yeah. I'm good right now. Actually, managing my workload and this PMI was getting bit more
Mm,
difficult for me. But
Pretty
now I think it has been taken over, so I can move on.
nice, nice. You know, next week is a festival week, much of holidays, so you can relax a little more.
Yes, yes. I'm focusing on this week, like coming week, to
Okay.
complete major of the things.
Okay. Yeah, please do that and keep me posted on your scores, what are you doing.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yep.
All right, good, good. Take good care. That's fine. Then that's much I have. Is anyone else going? Kushbu is here. Kushbu, when is your exam? You have one more
Yeah,
week.
Shri. Yes, my exam is on next week, Shri. So I just
Okay.
attempted one full mock now, and I'm highly demotivated. I'm not able to do the time management, and this
Mm,
time my score has like
not,
it's
not a,
gone below. Yeah, it's very low. So
What about the
I'm
time
not
management?
able to. Yeah, I'm not able to finish. The problem is like when I come to the end, 10, 15 questions still remaining for me, and I'm not able to do it. So just now I finished my exam, and this
Uh,
time I scored like is around 55%, very bad. So,
I understand. I
and
understand.
when it comes to 60 questions, I'm good. There, when
Mm,
I'm doing only 60 questions, it's like 78, 80% is there. But when I'm doing, at this time, it's like, this was my fourth mock test.
mm,
So,
mm.
first, third was still okay. Like first, second, third mock, and it should increase, it should improve. But it's going, I don't know
Yeah.
what is going
Yeah.
on.
No, not like that. Not like that. It doesn't increase every exam. There is something like a learning curve. After some time, score stays in the same place. But dropping is not good. That I will agree. But it should stay at least in the same place. If somebody gets a 68%, they will stay between 69, 72, 65. That's a range they'll give. 10% dropping is a bit different. We have to watch out what is happening there. Usually, drop happens for two reasons. One is time pressure, getting on the panic on area. Second one is that question paper is a crazy question paper, which had a lot of mathematics, a lot of agile, high-end questions. These two reasons I see some people drop score. When they analyze all the questions, they'll find 5 or 6 questions are math questions, because math questions not going to come on the main exam. It's very less. Also, agile high-end questions, you won't get a high end, it will be moderate and low level. So by which the score also can be higher. However it is, I think last I spoke to you, what I observed is we are not going to focus on the scores going forward in full exam. Our intention is to see our time management, handling the pressure after 2.5 hours. So if that has worked for you, that is sufficient right now. With having 9 days with us, we will understand what to do going forward. But quickly understanding from you, have you took 2 breaks in the exam?
No. I took break together. Like I finished 100 questions and then I took break. One break I took and then I just continued.
Why 60th question break is avoided?
Um, Actually, okay. I wanted to attend this Q&A today, so I thought I'll just finish it off before that.
So
So that was also in my mind, and then I thought, yeah, if I don't finish, I'll take one break, 15, 20 minutes break I'll take and have a lunch, and then again I'll start. So that's why I took one break in between. Yeah.
Appreciate the planning, but there is a pressure you added that you have to attend this.
Yes.
You're pushing hard. Pressure also puts something, questions goes wrong.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe we
So
can just maybe maybe we can discuss offline. I also want to understand it where especially I'm facing problem time management itself. What I feel that pressure is there for me, and then I'm not able to read the questions properly or
okay.
just to have the right approach.
Yep. We will discuss. We will discuss, but I would say at present nothing to worry, because I have seen your 60 questions on average, things are good, and your full exam things are good, but only time management part we will address it in a different format. I'll help you on that later part. Yeah. All right. Now take some rest because you just took an exam. It'll be more exhaustive.
Thank you, Shri.
That's about the Kushbu. That's about Kushbu. Okay. Before I jump to the question, anyone else have preparation towards exam? Right. So I have a couple of questions, and with this question, I have some concepts. So today I want to go with the question and explain the concepts. 2 things I want to do today. I brought 2 questions. Meantime, if you have a question and you feel that, hey, I want to discuss this question also, feel free to bring it up. So we'll start with the question which I have right now. People watching from YouTube or LinkedIn, feel free to leave your answers, and then we'll discuss about that particular question, why that's a good answer. Yeah, we'll do that. I'll bring up that question. Today the temperature dropped pretty heavily here, and it's around -2, -3. And I'm also slowly recovering from my severe cold last few days, but still feel fresh. I have sunlight in front of me. Are you all getting sunlight? Sunlight. There's a
Yes.
question. Sunlight is pretty important, isn't it? Much important. We know sunlight importance only when you go to -degree. You realize that, oh man, I miss this guy. I used to see my dad, whenever he sees sunlight, he used to pray like this, and I'd be surprised why he's doing all this stuff. When you go to -degree, automatically when you see a sun, you will feel, oh man, this guy's out. Please come out. Okay, good. So I'll bring a question. This question I want you to answer. After we answer this question, we'll discuss a little more detail of the concept itself. Okay. First, let's bring the question. Hope the screen is visible now.
Yes.
Perfectly. So take a minute, read question carefully. Don't be urgent to put the answer. Take time. think we are close to the minute now. Can you leave your answers? People watching from YouTube, please leave your answers. Okay, what's your answers there? Okay, I'm seeing one particular alphabet is getting repeated. Let me give another few more seconds. The rest of them are also answering. Okay. Okay, from YouTube, I get an alphabet C. In Zoom, I'm getting an alphabet A. Okay, so we have two alphabets now. Our majority is A. That's what I'm seeing now. So as I said, first let's understand this concept for questions, and then we'll jump to the concepts. First, thanks for people giving the answers. Let's understand the question itself first. A team lead receives an email from a product owner. Okay, team lead. Let's give this person X as a name, and product owner, a person is Y. Asking for more precise view of actual time spent on task to apply more accurate business value estimates in the product backlog. The team, okay, there is another character, Z comes in, okay, is extremely busy and deadlines are tight. What should the team lead answer this question? How should the team lead should answer the question? So question is towards a person called X. Okay, this person has to respond now. Now help me, any specific key term we should be observing in these 2-3 lines? What could be the key term here?
Business value.
Business value. Okay, accurate business value. Somebody want to measure it. Okay, nice.
Precise actual time spent.
Precise view of actual time spent. Oh, okay. Okay. All right. Nice. So let's talk about the role of a team lead here. We are sitting in a project. This look like an agile project. Can we say like that? Could be. Could be agile. So when they represent a team lead, can we call this person could be a person who can be a scrum master possibly, or could be a junior or a project manager? So ideally, a person is capable of handling the people plus process. Is it possible? This person capable of handling things? Now I'm seeing answers going with EA. I also got B as an answer. In YouTube, I got C and A. So in YouTube, Smita says time. Actual time is a keyword. Okay. All right. Now let's look a little more onto this question. Here, there is an email from the product owner Y asking for more information, precise information. Okay. The team is extremely busy and deadlines are tight. So they have to focus more on doing the job, right? They have to do a job. And now, what can we do here? Let me go one by one. I'll start with the Hemant. Hemant is the last one in the chat I'm seeing, putting B as an answer. Hemant, why you thought B is a good answer?
Few outcomes from my end, Shri,
Right.
because team is extremely busy
Right.
and
Right.
the deadlines are also tight. So updating burn down chart every day will take more time because they are busy with some tasks or with the user stories, if I'm not wrong. So updating right then and then will take more time because of the schedule. And
Okay.
correct me one more thing. Burn down chart updating daily is feasible or not? I'm not sure on this part. This one. So I went with answer B because what exactly the product owner more needed. So we need to ask something, facilitate with the product, with the team members and with the product owner, and then provide the more detailed information after understanding the user stories. That's why I went for B.
Okay. Okay. I see your point there. I'm trying to see how are we solving it. So when I look at here, the product owner is asking to give more precise information so that they can estimate the business value. That's the ask it is. Now, when this person is asking X question, I'm replying back to him, rather giving him some answer. Now I am putting a question top of it, asking this guy, hey, can you give me more details? Can you supply more information? So that the team can understand. So they can understand the customer value. I doubt whether is this question worried that the team does not understand the customer value. Is that the question here? Or something different?
Um, a team is actually performing as per the inputs what they have received from the product owner, but still they need more precise information. I mean, product owner is looking for more precise information. That means they need to know. I mean, the project team want to know what exactly they are more looking for.
Okay. 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 I respect your point. I respect your point. I'm trying to see how I'm looking at the question. I'm looking at the question that a person is asking me, hey, I need more info, but I'm asking back to him, can you give me more detail so that my team can understand the value? So I'm counter putting a question to him. I keep your answer as it is, okay? Not saying it's bad, this is good, just leaving there. Meantime, in YouTube, I'm seeing Shakshi says, yeah, is a good answer. Okay. There is one more person says B and D are out. They are not relevant. Okay. Okay. B and D are out. Okay. Let me park the B because I received one person give an answer. Let's see why D goes out. State that this is going out. State that the team is extremely busy and can't help right now. But that's a reality, right? Somebody is busy here. Why we think this is not a good answer? Anyone want to comment on it? I know it's going out, but why we think it's not a good way of answering? Any thoughts?
Because here the question is to the team lead, not to the team members.
Okay. Okay. No, but still, the team is extremely busy and deadlines are tight. So I can straight away say that, right? Hey guys, they are busy. We can't help you.
Since the team lead, he is coordinating with the team members and the sponsors or the stakeholders. He should be having a certain set of information readily available with him at hand.
Hmm. Hmm. Oh, you should be prepared. You should have the information. You cannot tell it we are busy.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, I see your point. All right, good. Now what I want to go is I go to the main answer. I see majority of them put A as an answer. Let's listen to the A, and then we'll go for some explanation of the concept. Let's start listening to A. Why A looks a good answer? Who want to comment on it? Okay. Then let me invite maybe Madan. I see your number name as a top. You want to comment why you thought A is a good answer? Maybe Madan in mute mode. Who want to speak for A? Kushbu, Pradeep, Sagar.
Yeah, I chose A because we're talking about that actual time spent and that can be tracked from the burn down chart.
Hmm.
That was the yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I went for A.
Okay. Mhm. Okay, so
But
yes.
but I have one confusion here. This
Mm.
burn down chart, basically team don't update daily, right? If something is getting derived, that's why I also got confused. But after seeing the terms, I felt that yeah, this is something I felt is wrong here mentioned. The burn down
Yeah.
chart is something which we get out of it, right? After the team will after the sprint or something, right?
So your ask is it auto-generated?
Yes, yes,
I think Hemant also had the same question. I don't know
yeah.
whether it will be done every day. If I think
Yeah.
we know that, I think rest all works better. So answer the question, burn down charts or burn up charts or any velocity charts, all these charts are auto-generated. However, the team have to fill that information or do some basic small work on a daily basis, which means if I say one particular task is completed, I should mark it's completed. Until I mark, the graph will not change. As such, I will not open an Excel sheet and create a graph because it's all auto-generated by tools like Jira,
Yes.
Microsoft Projects, or could be Monday.com or Azure. There are many, many tools available, but someone has to do it on a daily basis, what they have done. That should be taken care. All right, so I'm saying A is an answer. One more person. Anyone else want to comment on A? Look like D is a bit tempting, right? D is tempting. I can be very assertive and tell that guys we are busy. Okay. All right, so now let's get to the right answer now. Let's put the right answer. Where is it? All right, the answer goes with the A, as the majority of you thought about A is a good answer. Let's understand why is A is a good answer. I too have some people C, I too have some people with a B. The team needs to keep the product owner updated on the completion of work, and the burn down chart is a daily work measurement tool that most teams uses. The product owner should already communicate with the team about the development through detailed user stories. This should be already done. So Hemant, what you said is good, but this should be done already, not after the work got started. Is it right? If the product owner's responsibility to monitor the value, not the teams. Okay, the product owner should already know why they use a flexible estimation units. Communication between project stakeholders should always be cordial and team focused, no matter how stressful it is. So point is, burn down chart is a daily work measurement tool. Now, what a lead or a manager can do is make sure that the team member, even though they are busy, it's one of their responsibility, because we learned something in Agile, the word called transparency. Have you heard about transparency? So now what is a transparency is, we are telling what work we are doing and how we are doing. We don't need to hide anything. We have to keep it open. But how do you keep it open? You have to update on a constant basis what work has been done, how much has been completed, or how we are doing it. It should be openly updated. This is also a reason you have a daily stand-up, which is open place. Usually many teams don't do daily stand-up in a room. They will stand outside, they'll have a big screen or a Kanban board or somewhere they stand and talk. The reason is anyone can walk in and listen to the team what they're doing. So transparency is a key word. So if a transparency should happen, the team have to update. When I say team, if I have 9 people in the team, each one could update individually, or someone called a scrum master or a team lead or a project manager who can do or help for them. But usually they say that as a team members, everyone has a responsibility or accountability for the work what they took. They should update. Okay, that goes with the A. Let me put some more points here. By the way, how many of you here using burn down chart? Is anyone here using burn down in your office? Is it possible? Is it available?
Yes.
We are using there. Okay, so
Yeah.
this burn down, does it come weekly or a monthly or a daily? How it has been used in your organization?
Generally, we just extract this on that iteration wise. Like after every sprint, we'll just check the report. Yeah,
Hmm.
but it's
Yeah,
getting
very
tracked
true.
daily. Yeah, it's getting tracked daily. But yeah, you can see in Jira, you can see there the burn down chart.
Possible, right? Possible.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, very good. I'm seeing some chat messages in YouTube. Product owner is a bridge between the customer and the team. I feel saying no is extremely, extreme, not good. That's a good point. So for the answer D, I see as justification that we should not go with the D because product owner is a key for us, and who is a representing customer, we should not say no. Okay, that's a good point. Now let me put some more information on the burn down chart if someone is not using. Let me show some more info. But before going there, most of you would have seen this 12 principles of Agile. If you're sitting for PMP exam or PMI ACP exam, for both the exam, these 12 principles are much important. I will not be happy to say that you have to remember all the line by line, but at least understand some of them. At least some of them. If you're sitting for PMI ACP exam, you should be super comfortable with every one of them. If you're sitting for PMP exam, at least a few of them, learn what it does. For example, one of the principles says, number fourth principle, business people and developers must work together daily throughout the project. In our classes, I would have used an example. The example could be Julie. Isn't it? You all remember Julie? Julie, nice girl. So she is a product owner who is a customer representative. What do you mean by customer representative? This person comes from a company, an org, who is looking for a particular project. And from here, the product owner comes in. So Julie is one of the product owner from this company. Now, there is a company called Performing Company. What is Performing Company? The organization which is doing the project. Here, I will have a team. The team is who is a core engineer who is going to do the job. So Julie will work with the core engineer team. So now point is a product owner could be a customer representative directly or indirectly. See what is indirectly? When you say indirectly, now when you say indirectly, in many companies they have a product owner who come from customer themselves. In many companies, it won't be from customer, it is your company representative, all called as a proxy product owner. Let us not go too deep into that. That is not the point of explanation. The point of explanation is I want the business people and the developer work together. See, what do you mean by working together? When you say working together, the number one thing is transparency. The business person should be transparent to tell why we do this particular work. So there should be high clarity of a requirement explained. Why? See, what do you mean by why? Why this particular banking application needs two-way authentication? Somebody has to explain it. Who is this somebody? Julie coming from this bank, she has to explain what is the business value. I'll come to the point in the question paper, what we saw. Business value. She have to explain this business value before the work got started. That is called transparency from the business person. Julie will explain, guys, we are looking for a two-way authentication. One is user ID, other one is OTP, one-time password, or thumb impression. She has to give a full detail of explanation. That's called business value. Now, when the team starts implementing, when they do the work, they have to keep a transparency of where we started, where are we today, the tracking, tracing. But see, this can be tracked by project manager. This can be done by the product owner. Yeah, they can do it. No one stops you. But we are living in a world where people are knowledge workers. When the people are knowledge workers, they are highly capable of doing the job. Also, they are capable of telling where are we today. I don't want somebody to come and tell them, guys, I want all your stats, fill the Excel sheet, and then I will track it. No, that's an old model. Nowadays, when I do a job, I myself will tell that this is where I completed. This is where I stand. For this reason, there is something called information radiator. What is information radiator? See, first of all, what is an information? In a project, a first level of information could be from the business person. As you see in the picture, Julie has to bring the information about the project. Julie has to tell about what to do or what all expected and why we do. But the team decides how they will do. For this, they will keep their meeting open and transparent. Now, coming to the information radiator, somewhere I should be able to radiate what is happening in the project. See, what is radiating? I'm sure you all know radium, right? In school days, we played a radium in your watch, radium in the clock. Even it is in the dark, it will radiate, it shows the color. When you say radiating, you keep things spreading. I'm not going to force an information, but it is available. Anyone interested will see that. See, in my home, I have a clock which has a radium. Not everyone going to see the clock in the dark, in the night. But when I look at the clock, it shows a time for me. It is always radiating. It is only when I need I can see that. But now, a product owner or a business person needs the information. When I look at the board should have it. I will not go and search for that particular moment. It should be there. For this reason, you can see that one more information in the principle. Principle number 7, working software is the primary measure of a progress, which means a product owner is interested on the measure. That doesn't mean always a stats and information. Julie will be highly interested on something workable. Show me something workable. But when the workable will come, only the work is completed or it's ready to share. Until then, how do I know where I am? For which reason I need to measure? That's called a secondary measure. This is a primary measure. Working software is a primary measure. I will also have a secondary measure which talks about the data. For this data tracking, like we heard from people about Jira board, there is something called burn down, burn up charts. Now, how this is getting tracked and who is helping for this? In a project, I'm specifically talking for Agile project. In Agile project, we call this whole as a team, this group whole as a team, isn't it? Yeah. So these are the knowledge workers who are capable of doing the job. Okay, very good. Then who are these two guys? Who are these two guys? Let me see how many of you really observed it better. What will be the role of a scrum master in a project? Even though they are part of the team, what can be the role of a scrum master or a team lead or a project lead? Anyone want to comment? What is the role of a scrum master in a team? Will he or she will maintain the process or a product? What this person will do?
Maintain the process.
Focus on the process. Okay, very good. Then what will be the role of the product owner? Process or a product? Obviously.
Product. Product.
Product. Very good. Very good. Which means, do you think a product owner should step into the shoes of a person here to do process also? Is there any chance they will involve in process also? Is there a chance they will involve? Chances are very low.
No, no.
Chances are very low. Not needed, not necessary. Maybe if this person is not available on a holiday, someone from this team is capable of doing. I don't want this person to do multiple role. Why I'm saying is in some companies, they recruit one person. Maybe Julie is recruited. Julie will handle product also with that process. It is not healthy. A person handle product and process not healthy for a long time. They proved. Then they thought that process can be done by different person, product can be done different person because this person is representing somebody called voice of the customer, VOC. VOC stands for voice of the customer. So when I'm focusing on voice of the customer, my focus will be on the product, not on the process. Process I can give to someone who specialized on it. Sorry about it. Now, my intention was not to talk about this one. My intention is to explain about something this. The whole question, what we learned right now is about the burn down chart. The question is, I think Hemant was asking the question, is this updated automatically or is it, should I do every day? It depends on your organization model, but our general recommendation is it is automatically updated. And as a team member, I should mark If I'm working in a particular team, I should mark today I took one particular work item. Imagine I have 4 work items. I worked between Monday till, let's say, Friday. On Friday morning, on stand up, I realized that out of 4 items, I have done with the 2 items. What I will do is these are 2 items I mark as done. There is something called done. I'll say done. And then next Monday, the work will start till Friday. This Monday till Friday, a remaining work, I will say another 1 more item, it's done. I should do that. When I do that, what will happen is if I'm doing 4 items, this is one of the person in the team. Imagine there is another person, and this person is having 3 items in his plate. And imagine there is another person who is having 5 items in his plate, and they're also working between Monday till Friday. Again, Monday till Friday. When everyone moves their work item, what happens is this graph starts dropping down. You can see this drop is happening. What do you mean by drop, Shri? What do you mean by drop here, if you ask me? If you look at here, the overall team want to complete 180 items. Let's not go for story points, let's not confuse it right now. 180 items they have to do. If in my team, some people say I have done 4 items today, I have done 3 items today, it automatically starts dropping. But what do you mean by automatic, Shri? Someone has to move it. Someone has to say that out of 4 items, 2 items I will mark it as done in the system. When I do it as a done, the graph starts dropping. Now, this is the responsibility of the team members. Now, let's go back to the question. In the question, as a team lead or a scrum master or a project manager, you will follow the process. What is the process? In our WOW. What does WOW means in Agile or any project?
Way of
Way of
working.
working.
Way of working, isn't it? Way of working. In a plan-driven project, we have something called team charter. We have something called ground rules. We can also use in Agile also, nothing wrong. But many companies use a term team charter. They use a term WOW. It goes like this, WO, small o, W. It talks about way of working. In the way of working, we agreed. See, what do you mean by we? When I say we, Scrum Masters, project manager, product owner, team members, we all agreed every day I will assemble here for daily stand up and I'll be doing the job in this way. Whenever I complete my work, I will mark myself work completed in the system. Or next day morning in the daily stand up, I may say that, Shri, if you are a Scrum Master, I'll let you know that I have completed this work. So visibly in front of everyone, I can move the task. I can use a transparency. That's a way of working. Now, as a manager, as a lead, I'm responsible, I'm accountable. Is my team following the process? So which means, Shri, will you do micromanagement? Will you go and chase them? No, it's not micromanagement. It's not chasing. It's my accountability to make sure process is understood by the people. And I have to educate them. I have to explain them the benefit of showing a burn down chart so that my product owner, Julie, gets a knowledge of what is happening in the project so that she can track the product roadmap. I think last class or before that I was explaining roadmap. Roadmap is a whole view. If I don't update this, Julie will not have the right metrics to track about the roadmap. When she cannot track the roadmap, she cannot talk about the customer benefit. For that reason, we have to do. And this is what asked in your question. I know it's a very simple question, but more understanding on who handle what, chances are we may solve the question better. Was it useful? Okay, one other thing, let's go back. Okay, before I go to the next question, what is your thought? What is your learning in this burn down? Let's see what you captured. Mm-hmm.
Tracking the progress of the work getting done.
Very good. Does it track the whole project? Burn down chart?
No,
User
not
stories.
User stories? Can we track
just
project also? Why can't we track
Yes.
project?
Even project will be tracked.
You can, right? You can.
Yes.
You cannot tell that no, it will be only for the sprint. No, you can track project also. For example, I will show something more. Before I share another question, I will share another information. See, burn down and burn up chart, it is purely tracking the progress where we are. Today, this is maybe a sprint. Okay. I think this image starting from June 1st, going up to June 20 and 180 items. Can I say it's a 2 weeks sprint? Can we say like that? Maybe it's a 2 weeks or 4 weeks sprint. 4 week sprint, possibly. Could be, right? But see, how do you know the project tracking? In burn down chart, there is something like this. Have anyone seen this kind of chart? I picked up from one of the Jira board. This is called bar chart. Have you heard about bar chart?
Yes.
Bar, wow, nice. Yeah, not that bar. This bar is about the bar what you see here. So a bar chart here, imagine originally the project started with 102 points. I'm not going to talk story points today. Okay, I'm just telling. Let me assume that you know what is story points. Now, yeah, project started with 102 points. When the team moved to sprint 1, you can ask me how long this is sprint, Shri. Maybe 1 week sprint or a 2 week sprint or a 3 week sprint or a 4 week sprint. I really don't know. I'm just assuming it's a 2 week sprint. Okay. What does minus 13 means? Anyone want to comment? What minus 13 mean? Any guess? Wild guess?
That has not been completed. That sprint that was planned for that sprint.
You mean in this sprint they have completed? Can I say it like that?
Oh, yeah. Sorry. 13.
13 is
13 has completed. 89 is remaining. That will be yeah.
done. Can I say 13 is a done?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Next sprint comes in another 2 weeks. Okay. Another 2 weeks. In another 2 weeks, how much they completed? Another 10 has been done. Now look at here. Now you have to be a bit watchful here. This is X and Y axis. Okay. Boo, 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 boo. Do you see +5 here? What this +5 means? Anyone want to comment on it? What could be a +5? Minus is okay, done, completed. Then what is first?
New story points
The
got
addition
added.
of new students.
New addition, yes.
There you go. New addition. New addition to the sprint or to the project? That's a question.
To the project,
The project.
to the
There
backlog.
you go. There you go. So you can even track burn down. There is a burn down, release burn down chart. What is our previous one is a sprint level, isn't it? Now this is for the whole project. Now, new addition. But first question to you, do you think this kind of things are entertained in Agile, first of all? Is it entertained?
Yes.
It's entertained, right? So Julie comes and tell that, hey, guys, I have some more work getting added in the project. And you know that it is an Agile project. In Agile project, you know that we come by Stacy graph. What is a Stacy graph? What to do? Other one is how to do. So we are somewhere here in this project, somewhere here. We know things could change. We know how things will also change, which means I'm entertaining change. That's why your agile principle number 2. What is your agile principle number 2 says? Do you even remember top of the mind? Tough question, Sri. What is the principle number 2? Welcome.
Welcoming change.
Changing
Changing
requirement.
requirements.
Even
In
late
In the
in
late,
middle,
late
late.
stages.
God, man, I didn't read it. Only that principle I didn't read. Rest all I read. Okay, only that I didn't read. That's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Welcome change in requirements, even late in development. Agile process harness change for competitive advantage of the customer. If you read the line carefully. Okay, if you read the line carefully, competitive. See, this 5 points, 5 newly added, I can reject. I can fight with Julie. Say, no, Julie, I cannot do this. I can fight. But what's the point? I know that my requirement will change. I know that things will change. I agreed in the contract I'm going for agile project. If I don't entertain these new items, my customer cannot win. The VOC is lost. And that's why addition happens here. But by the way, let us not deviate the topic. The topic here is in burn down chart. You can also show the project addition. For example, this is again by now you know it is a done. and you can say something got added newly furthermore. Maybe if you accumulate the number, you get the number. Let me not do the math right now. But again, here 26 is done, and if some addition happened, here no addition happened. Maybe they're done with the project already. So 23 is completed. So this also shows me a burn done of my project or a release. Now Julie will get an idea where we are standing. How Julie will know? Only in my team, 7 people are working. Everyone has to update regularly what work they are doing. If they don't update this information, this is 17 will not appear here. If this 17 does not appear here, how do I know where my project is? But see, the project manager can do this, right? That's the role of the project manager. Yes, it was 5 years back, 10 years back, but now we are not expecting that. It should be done by each team member. And that's why they call us a cross-functional, self-organized team. Self-organized, you know what to do. So a burn down chart can be helpful for sprint level calculation. It is also helpful for release or a project level. It depends on what and where you want to use. But this is for advanced agile. I don't see this is being asked in PMP question papers. If you're in PMI ACP, these kind of thoughts will come to you, possibly. All right, then let's give a pass here. Good job so far. How is it? Shall we go for one more question? Shall we test your knowledge again? Very good, nice. I see YouTube people are pretty actively involved. Thanks for the people giving comments in the YouTube. Appreciate it. Now what I do is I'll go for one more question. Let's check out how much we are aware of this concept. All right, this is another different angle of question, more than not agile, non-agile, kind of a different question. Here is a question. Take time to read at least 60 to 80 minutes, 80 seconds, and then go for answer. We are close to a minute or more. Time to put your answers. It's okay, even if it is good or bad, give it a try. Hmm. Okay, I'm seeing answers coming up. Sorry about my coughing. In YouTube, I'm seeing answer D, answer C coming up as an alphabet. How about the people here? D is coming up. Okay, another 5 seconds. Please put all your answers. Kind of a tricky question, isn't it? It doesn't give a clue what model of business these guys are doing. Tricky question. Good. I got few answers. I think some of them still thinking what to give. Want to play a safe game. Should I put it now? If I put the answer, people watch me. Kind of. In school days, when I write exam, teachers will come and stand next to me, watch what I'm writing. Until then, I was writing properly. The moment teacher come and stand next to you, you can't write. Have anyone faced this in your school days? Until then, you'll be writing properly. Once he comes and stand next to you, oh God, what to write here now? Kind of a thing when you put answers in the group. Okay. Now, let's first understand the question better. This is a bit tricky question. I purposefully brought it. Let's understand the question better. Let me go here. The project team is reviewing the budget. Project team is reviewing the budget early in a project and is surprised at the great cost variances. In this sentence, do anyone see any interesting word? Interesting thing to be careful? The first sentence.
Reviewing budget early.
Okay, early in the project. Okay, nice. Nice to know. Which means, can I assume that the project is already started? Can I say project started or yet to start?
Yet to start.
Yet to start. Okay. I'm getting it to start. Okay. Okay. Early in project and is a surprised at cost variance. Any other words?
Variance, cost, surprise, and cost variance.
Surprise and variance.
Surprise is a keyword. Do anyone observe that? It's a keyword. Keyword. Cost variance. When you're yet to start, how do you find the variance? Or
Project is, I think, already started in the early stages. We are like they are verifying the budget.
Okay, I'm not even going to next sentence. I'm just asking you, when you're surprised, oh my God, what's happening? And a great cost variance. First question to you, is this something good or bad for a project?
Bad.
Bad. Can this become a showstopper? Now, but they didn't tell cost variance is high or low. Do you observe that? They didn't tell high or low here at this first sentence. Even if it is low, it's beneficial for you, right? I don't think you have to be worried. Okay, let's further continue on this sentence. Second sentence. At the next retrospective. Retrospective is nothing but don't go. Retrospective means always agile retrospective. Retrospective means anything we have a surprise or problem, we'll give a pause. We look back what happened. For example, there is a health situation happens, somebody hospitalized. That's a time they retrospect themselves. Oh my goodness, my lifestyle was bad. We look ourselves back. The team focuses on the budget problem and determines that the current funding will be insufficient. Now, it is not high or low, it is insufficient, it's clear. Because all vendors have significantly increased the prices. Okay. Anything else in the second sentence? Be careful. At the next retrospective, the team focus on the budget problem. All vendors have significantly increased. Anything keywords? Be careful.
Current funding is insufficient.
Vendors.
Budget problem, insufficient.
Insufficient. How about the word all? Is it all important? Okay. In a project, when all vendors are increasing, is it again a showstopper or a problem? Could be. Could be, right? Could be. Okay. Some of the words we have to be very careful in exam while reading. The project team, as a team, they're working. When they say team, it could be the project manager. It could be the core engineers. It could be sponsor in some cases. They're also participating in the system, or could be some people who work on it. Early is a keyword. You should be watchful on this. Surprise is a keyword. You should be watchful on this. Variance is a keyword. But when you read the sentence, variance doesn't tell a high or low. But when you come to insufficient, it's a keyword. All is a keyword. Increase their prices. Maybe the market value is going high. The dollar value is going high. Now, when I read this, it gives a clue that my project is in a bad shape. It could get to the bad shape. Either in bad shape or good to get the bad shape. What should the project team do next? Again, it's a very common question. Project team will do next. What is the next step? Next is a keyword here. Very good. Now, I got answers from YouTube. D, C, two alphabets I'm seeing there. Sony says a C. Smitha says D. Inspire yourself says also C there. Okay, let's come back. Here I'm seeing D mostly, because some of them C. Let me then not to worry about top two answers. A and B goes out, isn't it? Straight away people are pushing it out. Activate and spend the contingency amount in the overall budget. Why no one thought about A as a good answer? Any reasons A is going out?
There's insufficient funding is there. The budget problem already is mentioned, that we have budget problem.
Okay. Okay. So already we're short of money. So you cannot use a contingency. That's your point?
We'll have, but we cannot. We don't know what is exactly the requirement here. So we don't know. So we cannot just. We can first have to evaluate that before using it or spending that contingency amount. And we don't have that. Currently, we don't have that value zone.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. By the way, there's a contingency. From where we get this contingency? If we read in the classes, somewhere we read a chapter. From where it comes contingency? What is it?
Risk reserve.
Risk analysis, right?
Reserve. Yeah. Risk analysis.
Risk analysis. After risk analysis only, we allocate some fund. That's called contingency amount. However, do you see this as a risk, first of all? The situation is happening is a risk? Now,
Yes.
But this situation is a surprising, which means they don't know. So one thing in the risk is we have two categories. One is known, unknown, isn't it? Known, unknown. Other one is unknown, unknown, isn't it? Two factors are there. But now activate and spend the contingency. You can spend, like we heard right now. First is we are short of money already. And also it's a surprise. I don't think these guys have recorded it. These guys have made an effort for it. So I'll keep A away for a while until someone have a better explanation. I'll keep A away. What about B? Approach management for the release of management reserve. Can't we ask this money? Don't know to ask this money. You can, but the problem is all vendors. When all vendors are involving, we really don't know where the project is going to end up. So when you read a question, we're doing in the early stage, we got a surprise and there is a variance that from all, something is not really good. You could use a fund of this or fund of this, but will it be sufficient? But are we really recalculating? Are we really looking at the system? Now let's keep A and B away, bit away, and come back. Now I'm seeing answer C and D. The competitions between C and D. I'm having equal numbers of D, equal number of C from the people here. Some of them don't want to answer. They're waiting for the right answer. So let us see what can we do. Let's start with the D. Issue a new request for proposal that includes a cost limitation. Now, when the project, if it is started or very early stage, is it good to come up with the RFP right now? Just challenging the answer. Okay, you may be right. I'm just challenging the answer. One of you want to say why you thought a D could be better here, issuing a new proposal. For whom you're going to issue the proposal?
Vendors.
Vendors, okay. So imagine I have 11 vendors or 5 vendors. I'm going to issue all 5 vendors or 11 vendors a new proposal with a limitation.
Yes.
Guys, this is the funding.
Yes.
Okay. With this, we're expecting the variance can come down. Okay. 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 I get that point. Okay, let's park that answer. Let's go to C now. I have few people went with the C also. Determine estimate of at completion, EAC. What is EAC? If you remember that, in our class somewhere we learned a project started and the end, we think something called BAC. What does BAC stands for? What BAC stands for?
Budget at completion.
Budget at completion, right? Now, EAC could come like this, which means I thought a project will be done in our class. We learned $800,000, but later we realized the project could go beyond this because of some variation is happening. It could go to more than $800,000. Possibly it can go higher. Now the question is, should I limit myself here, or should I re-estimate and consider I need more money? Determine estimate at completion and seek approval. But see, will it happen, man? Will somebody give me money immediately? Not sure. But have you took a measure to talk about it? Because the cost variance is going high and all the vendors have significantly increased the price. All the vendors. Now, point is the all is a keyword here. When it's all happening, maybe your country has implemented GST. Maybe your government regulations have changed something, or some environmental factors. What is environmental factors? Geopolitical problem. China don't want to export something. None of this in your control. When none of this in your control, using the reserves or introducing a new contract is possible. But will I come to back to the same track? This is something out of my reach. Out of my reach. If that's the case, is it good to re-estimate? Is it good to look at myself whether I need a better budget? Now, I will give a bit pause here. I'm seeing Pradeep, you are between two answers. Why you thought C or D? What is your thought there?
Since in the question itself it has been mentioned about the cost variance, so first I thought about C. We need to do the estimation at completion based on the initial budget, what we have done and where we are lagging, and the significant increase of the prices from the vendors, which is kind of an impacting the completion of the project. That first I thought, and then I also realized that okay, in certain cases, since the project is still in the early stage, we have a opportunity to convert this risk into this one opportunity, so that like we can limit the this one by issuing the proposals, limit the cost impact.
Because in the early stage, that's your thought.
Yes.
Okay. I appreciate your thought. All right. Good. Thanks for the thought. Any other thought process apart from Pradeep? Okay. Then let's see the right answers. Boom. What a big answer here. God, man. The answer is bigger than the question itself. Okay. Increasing cost of product and service directly affects the project. Okay. So project teams need to adapt. An increase across all vendor service is probably a sign of a big change in the external environment. I would have said this all is a keyword in exam. Last class also I would have said, whenever you see the word all, be bit careful. All stakeholders should be communicated. All vendors should be fired. All is a keyword. Be very careful in examination. All is good, all is bad. Both will happen. Issuing a new request for proposal with a cost limitation will not likely be successful because every vendor is affected. Some market shake has happened. The solution here is to understand what is causing the price increase and seek a solution for the project that is sustainable. The project team might then choose to create a revised budget. Shri, is it successful? Not sure, but you have to propose it with a new cost of vendor services and goods. Namely, the estimate at completion, EAC, is a new budget. This is what we discussed, right? This is a new budget, which will tell them the expected total cost of completing all work expressed, AC, ETC, all fine. The product owner or a project sponsor will decide whether the organization can or want to continue or discontinue. Look at here. So now, if all vendors have changed things, I cannot continue. Imagine I give my car for a service. They took my car and they gave me a quote of some money. Let's imagine they gave $1,000 for me. The car will be completed to engine or painting, all are done. 4 days later, they're calling me. Shri, you know what? This is not $1,000, man. It's going to become $2,000. I'm asking, man, what the hell, man? $2,000? They say, you know what? The engine companies increase the cost. Painting increase the cost. Labor cost increased. Come on, man. Within 4 days, all are happened. Yeah, environmental change. I would say better cancel the contract. I don't want to do the service itself. Give me the car back. So point is, when you're in an early stage and all contracts are changing, you will decide whether to continue or you stop somewhere because it is early. It's early in the project. This is the most sustainable solution for long-term health of the project. I cannot take something that will burn my pocket. Management reserve and the contingency reserve should be used for covering expenses resulting from issues. Something is already recorded. That's what I said, known, unknown. Not to support a project budget that has been impacted because of external environmental factors. In case this is recorded as one of the risk and that happens, yeah, it is fine. But these guys are saying it's a surprise from me. I didn't know that it will happen. What a big question. Now, the point of bringing this question is not to say that this is the right answer. More than that, how many concepts are covered here? They're talking about budgeting here. They are talking about the risk management here. They are talking about the stakeholder management here. They're talking about effective communication here. They're talking about some of a vendor management here. I would say at least 4 or 5 knowledge areas are covered here. If a person read the book carefully, what is vendor management? What is the risk management? How are stakeholders handled? How a communication should flow? How should I take responsibility as a project manager? How should I think environmental parameters, EEF and OPA? Then this question can be more understandable question. Got that? Was it good for you? Oh, wow, a lot of info. All right, then let's give a pass here. We are together for a while right now. Good. What's your learning today? Let me see 1 or 2 words from you. What keywords you learned today? Any interesting words?
Shri,
Yep.
yeah. Shri, I just had one small doubt. Now they mentioned that it was all vendors. What if they mention it was only some vendors? Would the answer change or it would be same?
Possible. Maybe you noted down that as a risk in your project already. If I do a house construction work, I'm a bit worried on the vendor who is doing electrical work. I'm worried. I noted down as a risk, electrical vendor may increase the cost. If that's the case, what is a mitigation plan for it? I would have done it. If a house construction, 25 vendors are there, all 25 increasing the cost. It's a surprise. The question says it's a surprise. Why? Government has introduced a GST. God, man, I didn't know about it. Everything is going to increase by 5%. Ooh. I will rethink whether to do the house right now or 5 years later. And that's the point they're going. See, this question, more than testing that particular question and answer, they're testing how is your global knowledge. I will say PMI is testing your global knowledge. Will you see only that portion of the work? Or will you see as a whole? Is it healthy? Is it sustainable to do a project with such a heavy cost? What are you going to do there? That mindset they're looking for.
Sure.
Yeah.
Thanks, Shri.
Fantastic. All right, I think we are top of the time. First, thanks all for the participation on this Sunday prayers. Good listening, good communication. I found many people in the YouTube giving answers. Hey, thanks guys, doing that. People here is good. But beginning of the class, I heard people are taking some exams. Answers are not coming well. Bit worried. I will say, don't worry. I have few people who cleared PMP exam the last few days. And the people are saying that exams are moderate. Only one person has said that the questions are lengthy. I found questions are lengthy, Shri. It took a long time to read for me. I have to chase the last few minutes. If not, few people have said that your ShriLearning exams are tougher comparing to the main exam. Main exam is moderate because most of the questions are direct. They're asking straight away what it is. I can solve it. So if you have practiced well in ShriLearning, And when you're doing 60 question papers and you're scoring 68% and above consistently, you're very good. And you took a couple of full exams and your time management is good. And once in a while you cross a 68%, 72%, which is really good. And if you're very close to the exam, I should have given you some bullet points. Focus on people area, agile area, PMI ethics, project manager roles, responsibilities. Read that carefully and evaluate all the questions once you're done with the exam. Stay in the same rhythm until you close to the exam. When you get closer and closer to the exam, your scores will drop further down because of nervousness, because of more the knowledge. Your brain thinks multiple direction to answer a question. You cannot conclude it. When you come to the main exam, chances are you will get more consolidated. So for this reason, last 2 days, don't stress yourself. Last 2 days before the exam, don't do full exams. Don't have a long travel. Yeah. Don't go to office. Stay calm, focus, stay there, look at your notes, read a couple of questions. That's sufficient. So last 2 days, give your mind calmness, and that will make you to consolidate towards the main exam. I will tell this is not the toughest exam in the world because of our lifestyle, because of our family pressure, because of our personal things. Many things contribute there. So last 2 days, leave it little free. I'm sure you'll do a good job. Apart from this, I ask some of you to message me in the WhatsApp. We will connect and we'll converse more about how to do towards the examination. Yeah, very good. Next week, we are starting our new PMP batch, PMI ACP batch. Wow, all are on the line. So next Saturday, we're starting PMI ACP. If people, your friends are interested, let them know. If people are interested in PMP, let them know. So next Sunday, we are starting PMP classes. Yeah. Good. Before I drop off, any questions? Okay. We did a good Sunday prayers. Let's continue next Sunday with a new prayer. Now have a good relaxing Sunday. Catch you all the next week. See you. Bye-bye. Thanks for the people in the YouTube. Catch you all. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye, Shri. Bye.
Yeah, bye.